Use the data provided to you in the following section to answer questions 1 and 2. Number 1. Calculate the mass of liquid C alone. Show your work and units. The mass of the empty graduated cylinder is 25.7 grams. The volume of liquid C is 14.0 cubic centimeters. And the mass of the graduated cylinder with liquid C is 39.2 grams. Number 2. Write out the density ratio and the reduced density ratio for liquid C. Show your units. Use the following data to answer questions 3 and 4. The mass of the plastic rod is 8.32 grams. The volume of water in the graduated cylinder without the plastic rod is 30.0 cubic centimeters. The volume of water in the graduated cylinder with the plastic rod is 39.7 cubic centimeters. Number 3. Calculate the volume of the plastic rod. Show your work and units. Number 4. Write out the density ratio and the reduced density ratio for the plastic rod. Show units. Number 5. Will the plastic rod sink or float in liquid C? Explain how you know. Number 6. Object A and Object B have the same volume. They are both placed into a mystery liquid. Letter A. If Object A weighs more than Object B, can you predict whether the objects will sink or float in the mystery liquid based only on this information? Why or why not? What other information might you need? Letter B. Both objects are found to float in the mystery liquid. If both objects are found to be completely solid with no air pockets, explain how this is possible. Look at the following picture of substance D. Each dot represents 1 gram and each box represents 1 cubic centimeter. Number 7. Using the model we used in class, finish the verbal description for the picture. There are 24 grams of substance D in blank. Number 8. Write the expression for number 7 as a ratio. Number 9. Write the density of substance A as a reduced ratio. Number 10. Translate your reduced ratio in number 9 into words without using the words per or over. Number 11. If you have only 4 cubic centimeters of substance D, how would the dots be distributed within this substance? Draw how you would represent substance D in the boxes below. Use the table above to fill in the formulas of the chemical substance. Number 12. A colorless solution of sodium hydroxide is added to a colorless solution of zinc nitrate to form a colorless solution of sodium nitrate and a white solid. Blank is added to blank to form blank and blank. Use the table above to fill in the formulas in the chemical sentence. Number 13. Look up astatine, AT, with the atomic number of 85 on your periodic table. Use the cards from bromine and iodine to create a card for astatine. Number 14. List the following pieces of information for the element bromine. A, the number of protons. B, explain how you know the number of protons in this element from the periodic table. C, if the atom of tin has a neutral charge, explain how you know what the number of electrons is for this element, and why the number of electrons is important to keeping the atom at a neutral charge. Letter D. If an atom of bromine has a mass of 81 AMU, how many neutrons does this atom have? Letter E. How did you determine the number of neutrons for part D? 15. The element oxygen needs to gain or lose how many electrons to become an ion? 16. The element barium needs to gain or lose how many electrons to become an ion? 17. The element gallium needs to gain or lose how many electrons to become an ion? For the following questions, write the cation, the anion, the chemical formula, and the name for the given sets of elements or polyatomic groups. You must include the charges of the atoms. Of the ions. 18. Sodium and sulfur. 19. Aluminum and fluorine. Number 20. Strontium and nitrogen. 21. When the elements calcium and chlorine combine, the compound formed is CaCl2 and not CaCl. Explain why calcium and chlorine combine in this way and why CaCl is not formed. (22) Calcium and phosphate. 23. Magnesium and hydroxide. 24. Lithium and sulfate. 25. The element chlorine gains one electron to become an ion. Letter A. What is the charge on the ion that is formed? Letter B. Explain why chlorine takes on a positive or negative charge by discussing the balance of protons and electrons in that element. It may help to write out the number of protons and electrons. Letter C. When chlorine gains one electron, it looks like the noble gas argon. Explain why it does not actually turn into a noble gas. Scientists discovered two different substances after a recent mission to Mars. The scientists were able to create models for you to show you the atoms and the area where the atoms and the valence electrons are found. These models are pictured above. 26A. One of the substances was found to conduct electricity by itself. Which picture would be most likely to conduct electricity? Letter B. Using the picture of the bonding model, explain why this substance is likely to conduct electricity. You must talk about the features in the picture that allow electricity to be conducted. 27A. One of the substances was found to dissolve in water. Which picture would most likely dissolve in water? Last one, letter B. Using the picture of the bonding model, explain why this substance is likely to dissolve in water and why the other picture would not. You must talk about both pictures to earn full credit.